Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to the channel. Today let's talk about how to use astrology to learn from the sky, to develop in different areas of your life where you might not be as much experienced or familiar with. Before we start, leave a like and subscribe, your support is greatly appreciated, and use the links down below to know more about my content and to book readings and services with me. So I'll use myself as an example here so you can learn how to learn about yourself using different elements or different alignments than the ones that you have in your own natal chart. All right? And then this technique can be used for specific alignments, for a group of alignments, and for your personality in general. All right? So let's understand the example here. So the moon right now, as I'm recording the video, is in Sagittarius. The sun is in Pisces, so it's Pisces season, right? So the alignment between the sun and the moon, it's a square, and they are both mutable signs, both ruled by Jupiter, and Pisces is mutable water, while Sagittarius is mutable fire. So it's a squaring, so it's a learning opportunity, some tension or some friction between being mutable internally or externally. So it's a learning process to basically learning how to be mutable, right? It's a bit more specific then, because we can also have the square between Gemini and Virgo, which is also learning how to be mutable. Okay, but using me as an example, it's even perfect, or it's even better to understand the difference between these two alignments that I just mentioned, because I have an Aquarius stellium. I have a lot of fixed energy on my natal chart, and the fixed energy and the Aquarius stellium already bring some more logicality, some more awareness to reality, for an example. So I'm not so distant in terms of wisdom and knowledge and familiarity with the Gemini and Virgo squaring, because it's already about more Mercury than Jupiter. So it's already more about what I already know, as in being consistent with my own way of seeing the world and making sense. So even though it still is a good example from what we're about to talk about, the current alignment, it's even better between the sun and the moon, sun in Pisces, moon in Sagittarius, because it's a mutable alignment that is squaring ruled by Jupiter. So it's further away from my own knowledge and wisdom that I'm most familiar with, right? So basically, I can use today's alignment to learn how to be more mutable. Very simple. And why is that more effective to me? Because I have a lot of fixed energy. I have a lot of air, logical, more realistic energy on my natal chart. So I can just use today's elements to learn how to be more mutable, learn how to be a bit more scattered, learn how to be more aware of different things in different spaces at the same time, instead of being more fixed and focused in one specific subject or experience. You know what I'm saying? Then you might not have a lot of fixed energies in your chart. You actually might have a lot of mutable energies, right? So this squaring, it's already a bit more familiar to you. So today might not be as a great opportunity as it is for me to expand into different parts of my natal chart, of my awareness, of my abilities, but you have other moments. For example, when there is, imagine you have a lot of mutable energy in your chart. When there is a squaring between fixed signs, it's an opportunity for you to learn yourself to be more fixed in those specific areas, depending on what planets and signs are aligning, you know? So there are always, or almost always, opportunities for you to develop into energies and modalities, ways of being that you are not so familiar and aware of. And like I said in my example, right, we can apply this experimentation, this technique, to general alignments. For example, I have a stellium in Aquarius. I have a lot of fixed energy. That's a more general example or a more general case. But you can also use that for specific alignments. For example, imagine you have Mars in a fixed sign. And today, the sun is in Pisces, sorry about that, and the moon is in Sagittarius. So you can learn specifically today, if you have Mars on a fixed sign, how to be more mutable, more free, more open-minded, and more faithful about your passions, motivation, anger, and frustration that usually are more fixed, slow down, calculative, and you need to see the totality or a part of the results before you can really be passionate or really be frustrated. So it's not just, oh, I have a lot of fixed energy, as in my case, so I can learn how to be more free, I can learn how to be more mutable, I can learn how to be more light today. But if you have a specific alignment, that then you can pin down to certain parts of your day, certain parts of your business, certain parts of your creativity, you can learn or you can be aware that today there is that opportunity. And once you are aware, you can actually start doing it at a more fast and efficient pace. Once you know what you're doing, you are on the right way. You are better at doing so, because we're always doing a lot of things, right? At a physical standpoint and a spiritual standpoint. For an example, your heart is always beating, you are always breathing, you are always digesting, your blood is always flowing, but you are not consciously, most of the time, aware of those things. You're not, you are in control of those things, you're just not aware of how and when and how much are you in control of your breath, of your digestion. And you can, using certain meditation techniques, or just bring your awareness to those organs, and you can take control or improve or mediate and change your digestion, your blood flow, your temperature, your physical awareness. But I'm saying that because as those things happen within you, that they are always happening but you're not aware of them, the same happens in the spiritual realm, with your spirit, with your awareness, with the minds created from your spirit. Because, like I was saying, imagine that you have a Mars in a fixed sign, and today you can learn how to be more mutable with your Mars, with your passions and frustrations. You might not have been aware that you don't need the alignments in the sky to be directly aligning your own chart in a specific way, to then be aware and take action down that path. You are already doing it, perhaps subconsciously, like you are breathing already, you're already digesting but not aware of it. Maybe you're already spiritually going through certain paths, going through certain experiences, certain thoughts, certain feelings that were making you learning or feel a bit uncomfortable, so you learn or think more or feel more about that, how to be more mutable with your passions and frustrations. But now that you are more aware and you can be more specific and see how you personally can learn how to be more mutable with your passions, once you are more aware, you can make that more efficient, more powerful, and faster as well. You know? So this is a great example how to use astrology, how to use the sky, how to learn about yourself. And like I said, you can do this for a generality of your natal chart or for specific alignments. And just to conclude the video, let's go more specifically into my own example so you can do that to yourself. You can learn more about yourself using the alignments in the sky as a point of reference, inspiration, knowing what to do, not what to do. Go deeper within your mind, go deeper within your feelings, because now you see more, or you see a potential wisdom and knowledge that you can create for yourself, about yourself, and how you go through the world. Because that's basically what we're all doing. We are being ourselves, navigating through the world, and everybody else is being themselves, navigating through the world, you know? So, Sun in Pisces means that we are / want to pay attention, act and express more selves in ways that are more mutable and adaptable when it comes to ours and others' feelings, emotions, spiritual belief systems, and creativity that deal with expansion, feelings, emotions, that deal with deep connection, deeper meanings. And then the moon in Sagittarius means that we are feeling a need for space, liberation, entertainment, activities, experiences, and connections that makes us feel or be mutable and adaptable with our feelings, creativity, visions, spiritual belief systems, and a way to entertain ourselves and others in a way that it's purposeful and fulfilling, right? So, and we are learning how to act in a more purposeful and deep way while feeling lighter, faster, more ready, while still holding a sense of purpose and uniqueness and individuality. You know, so learning how to act deeper while feeling lighter and inspired about being mutable with our faith, belief, imaginations, and how we expand and obtain wisdom and knowledge. So I can use that learning process with my Aquarius stellium. So I can learn how to act in a way that it shows concern, care, depth, while I feel and make others feel, because of the mutable element, so while I feel and make others feel light and inspired and fun and entertaining, free to draw their own conclusions, while still having a sense of purpose, teaching, or just showing all possibilities, creativity, expansion, right? While being my Aquarius stellium, while bringing some facts, logic, ways of thinking, communicating, and analyzing that are about reality, structure, consistency, newness, uniqueness, innovation, rebelliousness, and opposition. So I can act in a way that shows concern, that shows depth, while making myself and others feel inspired, light, and free about what I think slash see, because then that depends on the alignments on my stellium, right? About unique physical circumstances that can be used to support people that want to be unique and individual or express themselves in a unique way. Also, I can use this mutable alignment to allow myself to commit mistakes or go down paths that I don't see totally the outcome going, while feeling inspired, while feeling a sense of progress in another way that I'm not so usually used to measure my and others' progresses, I mean. So I can also have more faith in myself and others when it's about doing some real unique progress, business, or associations, because I can see in others and in me how we feel inspired by a spiritual practice that can be applied in a unique and consistent way. So I can look and associate myself with others that look and are unique, real, and innovative. And ultimately, this can be a great blessing, quote unquote, for my Aquarius stellium, which is I can give, or I can see, or I can learn how to be more mutable with my sense of rebelliousness, of my sense of opposing. So instead of being so dry or distractive or clashing, I can still be oppressive, I can still be opposing, I can still be rebellious, but see or show a sense of care and feeling and transmitting a feeling of spirituality and inspiration slash teaching. So even though it might be uncomfortable or I might look oppressing, if I learn with the alignments today in the sky, I can come across a way and make myself and others feel spiritual and with a sense of purpose, thus giving a balance to the opposition, to the oppression, or to the rebelliousness that I might bring to the space that I'm in right now. So a lot of learning lessons, right, from a learning lesson happening in the sky. But you have to use it to learn about yourself or your circumstances. You can also imagine you know that somebody around you has sun on a certain alignment and their moon is another alignment. So you can deduce, you can assume that they are consciously or subconsciously learning how to be more mutable and faithful in their own actions, feelings, and emotions. And then you can create conversations or come across to them and with them to different locations in a more prepared and wise way. Because we are the ones creating these events all the time. You know what I'm saying? So thank you very much for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Use the links down below to reach more of my content and to book services with me. Until the next time, I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well.